morning, my friends. Hello. It's a beautiful morning here in Germany. It's snowing right now and everything is white and beautiful. So I was very happy to see that this morning. It was a nice surprise. I heard that it should, should be snowing, but yeah, kind of didn't think about it. So I was very happy to see it. And I'm very happy to have you all here in the chat. James is here. Good morning. Hello, hello. Carmen is here, and I'm very happy to hear that you'll get your iron fish in the mail tomorrow. I hope it works. I hope it really is a good tool for you to get better iron levels. Yeah, I was just thinking I should use my iron fish too. Um, who else is here? Emmy is here. Hello, good morning. And bright and sunny today, Emmy. Carmen says. And Loretta is here. Hello, hello. Good to see you, my friend. I used the Lenormand, is it called like, yeah, Lenormand deck today. And I remember that I got this one because of you, Loretta. I think it was quite at the beginning when we met during my first streams that you said that you have a Lenormand deck. And then I was like, I want one too. So that's why I will always think of you when I use this deck. Everyone is saying hi to each other. Oh, and Christian is here. Hello. Good morning. So yeah, I thought I haven't used this deck like forever. I don't know if I ever used it in the stream because the Lenormand tarot cards are a bit different, and I actually don't really know that much about them. But I have this little booklet, and usually, I don't think you can see this, you would lay out the cards like this way, all the whole deck, and then you can, and a male person would use the card number 28, and a female person the card number 29, and then they look at the cards that surround those cards, and then yeah, they figure out stuff about their life. But we don't have time for that. So I just pulled a card and we got the moon, the number 32, which is usually in the normal tarot. In the other tarot, we always use intuition. I think this picture is very dreamy, you know, like dreams and yeah, using intuition and maybe also a lot of us, I'm thinking of Mark here, but a lot of us also write down their dreams and try to use them and figure out stuff with them. And here in the description it says is when if the moon is the card is close to your personal card, it's a sign of course it's in German and I struggle with translating it. I just had it in my mind what it's called. Oh yeah, a card of great honor or a sign of great honor when the card is close to you. Yeah, and if it's further away, it's not, it's more sad, like it's showing sadness. So, what do we make of that? Oh, see, Loretta, the moon is my card. See, isn't it Pisces season right now or soon? Is your birthday coming up? Did you have your birthday? I'm sorry, I'm just thinking, isn't my mom? No, isn't she also a Pisces? I'm so bad with the James and Loretta, you know which season it is right now, so tell me. I mean, my daughter isn't a Pisces. She had a birthday, but I think because my mom, doesn't really matter. Back to the moon card. Yeah, and I always have good connections. Ah, see. Oh, so February is the first day of Pisces. Then what is coming up now? Yeah, Capricorn is my daughter. Let me just look it up. I don't know why I'm like this today. Yeah, that's my daughter's sign. But my mom has another one. Which is the other one? Is it, what's it called in English? Is it Aquarius? I'm not sure. Wasn't it a water sign? Ah, Aquarius. Okay. So I was right about the water sign. It wasn't Pisces, but Aquarius. Ah, so my mom is Aquarius. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hmm. I have to find out the times when the time when my mom was born and look up her yeah chart. This would be interesting. I think. I often think if it would be a good idea to, as a gift for someone, to look at their chart and write something about them, but I'm not sure. This can go like totally wrong as well. So maybe this card today is about intuition. I think, like I said, it's also about the dream world. Maybe you should dream more, and especially in this time of the year when it's so dark, but also with snow and everything. It's so dreamy, you know? So keep this mood. Maybe me personally, I want to have this mood of half asleep still, dreamlike state, and not so much rooted in reality. It's much more fun. So maybe this card is supporting this today. So, and as we are writers, dreaming is always good for us to, yeah, be creative, you know? So I wanted to share the snow with you. That's why I prepared the snow timer today for our warm-up sprint. So now that we have figured out all the astrology signs that are coming up next, thank you very much for all your uh, help, James and Loretta, then Aquarius. I knew that you guys would know it. And you're a cusp baby. Oh, interesting. Hmm. Not that I have any idea, but I think somewhere I read that for me, an Aquarius would be a good partner or friend, you know? So that's why I was thinking, like, my mom is Aquarius. Interesting. Okay, here we go. Let's jump into the first sprint. Enjoy. Okay, that was our warm-up sprint. How did everybody do? I started writing, thinking about my beach house novel, writing down some thoughts I had, filled some pages. Yeah. I'm still thinking about my characters. There are some still some minor holes in or not really holes in the story, but things I'm not happy with how I concluded them in the end. Yeah, maybe that's the right explanation. I felt when I worked or read through my rewrite that some things need to be explained a bit more or shown a bit more in detail. And yeah, that's why I'm thinking about those characters, what happens to them, and how everything fits together. Yeah, just some thoughts. Oh, Loretta is too sleepy to write, but too wired to sleep. Ooh. I decided to work on household tasks, which is good. You will feel also better when you wake up in the morning and the stuff is done. I have more time to write tomorrow when I'm fresh. Yes, I think that's a good strategy to do some household, some chores, to work on household tasks. I'm trying to keep up with those tasks too, which is not easy when you have 3 children and their friends always making a mess as soon as I've cleaned up stuff. Yeah, life of a mom. Mm. Oh yeah, and I thought about the cards a bit more. That I had this thought that I probably, because Loretta said the moon card is her card, that's probably why I pulled it, because I was thinking of her, remembering that I got this deck because of her, and that's why I pulled this card. It's actually quite fascinating that the Lenormand was the name of Mademoiselle. Mademoiselle Lenormand was the one who used those cards to read for people, and she was quite famous. And yeah, that's why it's called Lenormand, the Lenormand deck. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place today because in my head I'm with my novel and I really struggle with coming back to reality. That's why I'm talking a bit. I also thought before that I'm talking not straight, because I'm not really focused on you, obviously. I'm kind of divided. Just yesterday, I I continued reading, getting into character yesterday, and it's actually quite interesting because this book is based on, for those who don't know it, based on how actors get into a character and how we can use those techniques as writers. And she also speaks about how, as an actor, then when you're on stage, you have to split your personality kind of. Once you have to be the character you're playing, but you also have to be the actor that knows that you don't have your back to in the direction of the stage of the audience, for instance, or that you speak loud enough. So you have those two persons. You have to be those at once, and it's the same as a writer. You want to bring the pictures or the film you have in your head onto the page, and you want to be the character you're writing about, or the characters, and feel them and how they feel and everything. But at the same time, you have to be someone who writes words and maybe has some. It's difficult because I'm thinking right now. I usually say I don't try to even think about rules and grammar and anything, but still, you have to put the words down. You cannot just live through this movie. You have to find words to express what the characters are doing and feeling. Yeah, maybe that's good. It's not about grammar or anything, but still you have to be a writer. You have to be the character at the same time and the writer. So maybe that's why we are used, or I'm used to losing reality sometimes or struggling with that sometimes, especially when I'm in this mood of thinking about my story, really getting into it, feeling it, and then I really struggle. It's like half awake, half asleep, half in a dream world, and especially in those phases where I'm really deep in it, I struggle with all the real life stuff. And I wish I would just be able to just focus on the writing, because it takes a lot of energy to switch, to into the writing mood and the okay, I will get up and buy groceries now or prepare food for the kids. Amy is sleepy too. Anja, you are doing so well with always being so fresh in the morning. Oh, thank you. Fresh is, yeah. I've already been up 2 hours. Maybe that's the secret, or it would be even worse. Yeah, yeah. I often feel like a zombie when I get up, and I have to immediately start. So I get dressed and do everything, but I have to also immediately focus on all the tasks I have in the morning with the kids, doing breakfast and then breakfast for school and all minor stuff that we do each morning. So yeah, that helps me get awake for the stream or not. Yeah, yeah, Carmen, you know what it's like to have to take care of things. We all suffer from that. Not only people with children, but yeah, you have to, as a creative, it's a balancing act. Um, yeah, to not. I think that's a typical INFJ thing. Also, if for the MBTI people, that INFJs, I could easily spend my days just dreaming, in a dream world. So it's a good thing that I have a family to take care of, because um, yeah, otherwise I would probably only eat what I find at home, and then I spend the rest of the day in a dream world. So when I still was in school, it was so good for me to have when I was sitting in the classroom and I was just somewhere else. And I always thought that um, everyone is like that, that everyone in their head has those dream worlds and places they're hiding. And I think a lot of people have do those things, but I came to realize when I learned about Myers-Briggs that not everyone is like that. A lot of people are way more rooted in reality, and think about reality stuff like what they have to do, and are not half of the time in a dream world. Yes, family forces you to engage your SE, and sometimes this is hard, really, especially when I'm in this state of, I don't know, yeah, thinking about stories, then it's really hard to switch to this SE part. So yeah, I'm glad that I have a family too that forces me to stay in the human realm, so to speak. Okay, now that we've had that out of the way, let's. I think I wanted. Oh yeah, I wanted. I will keep the music muted because it will get annoying after, especially during a stream. So, sprint number 2. More time to dream. Enjoy. Okie dokie. That was sprint number 2. How did everybody do? Cook Gamer joined us, and Shay, hello, my friend. So good to see you. And yeah, it's still snowing. I love it. And yeah, continued working on the beach house. I feel like I have figured stuff, everything out. It's just like maybe procrastinating the next step, looking at the actual manuscript. I actually already have seen number 1 here. I just need to open it and look at it. So maybe that's what I'll have to do next. Hey loves, I'm awake, but I don't know for how long. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's understandable. Oh yeah, and Shay's asking Loretta, how are you? I hope all is well. I'm pretty sure Loretta is also tired. That much I can tell you. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. Maybe let me already prepare the next timer. I wanted to use, because it's this mood today with the snow. It's snowing here. I don't know what it's like where you guys all are. I mean, for Carmen, there's definitely no snow right now. But everyone in the northern hemisphere, probably for Emmy also no snow. I would say this is not as typical for England as here in Germany. Even here, it's in my part of Germany, because I'm kind of living in a valley. Um, it's not that often that we get snow. That's why I'm like, it's snowing today, yay! I don't know, for James, snow must be quite normal, I would say. A lot of snow sometimes. So yeah. I will want to use the tea timer. So that's why I feel it's this um, cozy mood today for me. I'm in a cozy mood. Yeah, see, Loretta says, I'm good, but also sleepy. Haha, trying to use this time to get pesky house stuff done. Yeah, it's just a very good use of the time. Oh, for Shay, it's also cold, but no snow. Yeah, it makes everything better, I would say. Oh, not everything. My sister has to go to work by car, and she's, like I said, we are living in a valley, and or this town is in a valley, and we have, it goes up like that, and we're surrounded by mountains, nah, not really, more hills, but I'm bad at geography. What do I want to say? So my sister has to go by car quite some distance. I mean, for Americans, it's not a real distance, but like a 40 minutes drive, and so into the areas where there's way more snow usually, and she always struggles with the traffic then, and so forth. It's not for everyone that they think, oh, it's snowing, yay. A lot of people might be like, oh no, it's snowing, I hate it. But for me, I love the snow because it's way more beautiful outside than this gray winter where there's just grayness, and so I love it. Yeah. For I guess so common. It is a bit warm in the house today, yeah. And no snow. And see? Yeah, of course you get a lot of snow sometimes, James. Oh, but you're having a warm winter. That's what we usually have here. We've mainly gotten cold rains, yeah. That's the typical weather we have here in Dresden in winter. Um, and that's when, after her Christmas and after New Year celebrations, it's just gray, no green on the trees, no Yeah, no, yeah, no fun things outside. Mm. Yeah, I guess so. I started hating snow when I had to start driving in it. A lot of people have the same opinion, I would say. And we used to have this really old Mercedes, which was, and whenever it was snowing and I used to needed to drive around a lot, I hated it so much because with this car it was even worse to drive out there. So yeah, but I had some adventures with this old Mercedes. Once I got stuck because I don't know how you say it in English. I have to translate it. Um, yeah, it had a rear wheel drive, so I struggled with getting up mountains when it was too slippery with snow and anything. So I once had to take the tram back home, and I had a baby with me. So I took the tram back home because I got stuck with my car and I had to leave it on the side of the road. And my husband, who was a bit more better with driving this special kind of car, had to get it later, stuff like that. So I'm glad that I don't have to drive right now. I can just walk wherever I want. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of cars. I mean, I yeah, driving is no problem, but I'm glad when I can just walk somewhere. I prefer walking. But I'm guessing for people in the US, you're probably laughing at me right now, walking somewhere. I'm pretty sure you all need a car. But oh yes, I remember, Loretta, you said that this is one reason why you spend a lot of time at home because you don't drive and the public. And I even think also Shay also talked about it that driving isn't. I remember you talking about getting a car, not getting a car. I don't really remember, but that you also struggle with driving. So yeah, we all aren't big fans of cars. Yes, there's a wonderful neighborhood in Chicago I love because I can walk anywhere I want to go. Yes, that's what I love about my neighborhood. In German, it's way more typical to just go by bike or um, yeah, walk anywhere. That's what I love doing because when I have a reason, for instance, to go to the library or get groceries, it's easy for me. It's not very far. I can just walk everywhere. And if it's a bit more farther away, I can take my bike or the tram because I'm quite living in the middle of the city and here's very good public transport. So it's easy for me. When you live in the countryside in Germany, that's different. Especially when you have children, you have to drive them everywhere because there might be a bus, but it might only drive once every hour or something like that. So yeah, but living in a city in Germany, you don't necessarily need a car, I would say. And I just know that in the US it's different. It's way more a car country, if can you say it like that? That most people will need a car. In Taiwan, I can drive fine. I just really hate doing it. So I always take public transport if it's an option. Huh? Me too. Like I said, when I used to drive a lot more because we had the kids in kindergarten on the other side of the city, for instance, very often I then, because it was so stressful, the traffic and everything and parking, and it was so stressful that very often I just walked or took the bike, even when it was farther away for me. Like I had to walk 40 minutes. I preferred that over driving because it was so stressful to just go by car. It stressed me out. And it was, of course, very healthier to walk 40 minutes each day. So, yeah, I had the time. So, driving in cities, yes, yes. I have the feeling that all the people want to get everywhere fast and yeah, it stressed me out. So I'm very happy that I don't have to drive if I don't want to. Yes, you have to have a car in the US. Mm. I prefer a tank, given how people drive around here. Yeah. Yeah, it would be also feel a bit safer. Oh yes, Christian has a good point. Have you been to Italy? Oh yeah, I've been to Italy and we had lent this, you know, those small that are typical for Italy, those small, I don't even know the German word. Not motorbikes, but you know what I mean, those small. Damn it, my brain isn't functioning today. No. Um, Something like motorcycles. The smaller ones, they're really loud, like, "Nyeh." And we drove with them, and it was like, oh my God, I was so scared. Vespas, yes, Vespas, exactly. Mm, and yeah, but still fun. But yeah, I prefer walking. But also, I think even, oh yeah, I remember when we were in Spain. So because I think in the southern European countries, they are also probably because of the heat, they are not used to long walks, kind of. Because I remember when we asked people there, "Oh, is there a nice route we can go walking and hiking?" Yeah, hiking. It was like they looked at us and even asked, "Why would you want to hike?" So not everyone in Europe, of course, loves hiking and walking as much as Germans, but I think like in England, we could go hiking very well, and the northern countries also love hiking, I would say, even in the midst of winter. Mm, go if you want to see insane drive. Ooh, the traffic driving Paris really scared me. Yeah, it was a bit like being on the night bus. And yeah, the Harry Potter. Yeah, that's a typical traffic in European cities. Okay, there was enough talk about cars and driving, I would say. Let's jump into our tea timer. 40 minutes. Enjoy. Okay, that was print number 3. How did everybody do? I switched in between to my mom's children's book because I really want to get this done. And I had to work on the cover a bit. I had to make the picture quality a bit better. And then I realized that I made some mistakes regarding the position of stuff, because when you have a cover printed, there will always be a order, I don't know how it actually works, but so I had to change the position of everything, move it a bit closer to the middle. And so, yeah, for my novel, I had someone that created the cover and did all those technical details, because it's, yeah, it just takes time. And of course, I'm not as good at this as a professional. So, but I think I'm almost done. I fortunately nowadays you can upload the cover and it will tell you if for instance, the picture quality is right. And then I also see exactly what the cover will look like. And as I told you before, we will let it print one copy of it so that we still can make changes afterwards. So it's okay. It just takes a lot of time and work if you want to do everything yourself. So, ah, Emmy has done more clay. Is filming the process. Awesome. So are you creating the book nook right now that we talked about yesterday? I don't know if I can show you my daughter's. Yeah. It's not done yet, of course. Oh, something fell off. I hope it wasn't something important. No, I don't think so. It's just, but it already looks so cool. And see all those details. And she had to put everything together herself. So even the books you see here, she had to cut out and bring together the pages. And also those books up there, she had to had to put the paper on the outside of the books. And I don't know if it works. You then later have lights when it's done. So it's really cool. I really enjoy it. And she's always like, "Oh, I have to do school. I wish I could. I wish I could continue working on it." She has already made some more stuff for it, but yeah, you can see there's still a lot of work. But it must be so much fun. I'm honestly considering getting one of those myself. There are also, if you don't want to create a book nook, but there are different kinds of miniature stuff you can. Maybe I think I shared the book nook yesterday with you, but there are also, if you gifted people, there are really small miniature things you can build if you want to give it a try and figure out if you even enjoy doing it. But I have to say it's very compelling. I feel like, oh, I want to have one of my own and build it. Oh yeah, you're working on it. Yes, it looks really cool. And you can get book nooks that are already built together. And I think they're, of course, because it's a lot of work, quite expensive. But I think the process of bringing it together yourself is also, I mean, just the process is the fun already, I would say. Love it. Mine will be not as detailed. Of course, you're working with clay and everything. I'm so curious about how it will look, and it's so awesome that you are filming the process. We all can have a look. Oh, I love that you're so creative. It's just I'm always fascinated by how easily you're like, okay, today I'm making a book nook out of clay. Okay, during the sprint, Endhugger had to leave or had to jump off. Also, Kirsten is already gone. Um, yeah, how about a final sprint? What timer do we use to come to a conclusion with coziness, cozy vibes? I would say we finish with a cupcake timer today. Then I will have to go and get groceries. So that already sets the mood for me for what I'm going to buy. Um, yeah, my family thinks I just sneeze and art happens. Oh, it's funny, isn't it? It's the same with writing. It's kind of people who are not doing it themselves, they don't see the whole process behind it. You know, probably people think you just sit down and write it out. That's it. Why does it take you so long? I mean, there are some people who are able to do that. You know, they come to a finished manuscript quite quickly, but not everyone, not me. But I also couldn't even imagine, I mean, how many hours and work you put in all the stuff you're creating, the books, the stories, your crafty things. It's so much work, but you also have so much passion for it. I mean, I love that. That's more important than what other people think, I would say. Just a reminder for myself as well. Okay, let's have a cupcake. Enjoy. Mm. Okay, my friends, that's the end of my Wednesday stream. Thank you very much for spending time with me. I will go out now into the snow, have a little walk, and after that, I will continue working on the beach house. I'm so happy that I'm back into it, and I want to keep up with it as long as I have this, yeah, good mood about it, or yeah, those positive vibes about it. Okay, my friends, I will be back tomorrow. Have a great rest of the night, start into the day. Ciao, ciao, my friends.